Hello, you ever find yourself in this position? Your cat knocks the goldfish bowl off of a high shelf right onto your laptop. It's time to get a new screen. The first thing you need to do is turn off your laptop. Unplug the power supply. The next thing you need to do is remove the battery. That's pretty simple. Just pull this across, pop the battery out. Now, to know exactly which laptop you have, you can look right here in the battery compartment and it will show you the model. Replacing the laptop screen is really pretty easy. You need a few simple tools. Phillips screwdriver and some sort of small blade or very thin tool. The first thing you have to do, there's two little plastic covers here. They're just flat plastic little things like this. As you can see, there's not much to them. They're really pretty small. They're held on with some rubber cement on the back. Set these off the side. What these do is these cover the two screws that hold this screen on. They're right down here. They hold the trim ring on the front of the screen. Set those aside. Now, the easiest way to get the trim ring off is to take your fingers and put it under the inside and just carefully pull it out until it snaps. Sounds kind of terrible, but it's not really a problem. Carefully work your way around the edge of the screen. And the trim ring will just pull off. You can see this is the screw that you loosen. This is the screw hole that is used to hold the bottom of the trim ring on. At the top of the screen, there's a screw in each corner that has to come out. And then once the screen flips forward, there's a screw here on the side, and there's a screw down here on the side that have to come out. You can see the screen then has a metal rim around it. The first thing you have to do is at the top, there's two more screws. Take these out and set them aside. There we go. Now, you'll see that this kind of wants to come out, but it isn't going to. What you have to do is come down here, and there's a screw here, and a screw here. Loosen these up a little bit. So you can see now you've got some space in here. Now, down the sides, there's a screw here and screw here on each side. We need to take those screws out. These are little silver screws usually. These are the ones that actually hold in your screen. As you can see there's nothing holding it in but this one screw now. Alright, now we take the screen, tip it up this way, we can lay it right flat and you'll see the connector over here on this side. What we want to do, there's a little piece of tape holding this on. Sometimes a little knife will help you hold the tape. And we just unplug it. Now we get out the new screen. Now we can lay this down just like this. Plug the connector back in. Lay that flat and put the tape back on there because that has to hold it. Now we just tip this back up. Put in one of the screws. A little bit of patience will get it. Screw the screw in here. We do the same down here. And we'll come around to the other side. Sometimes for these little tiny screws I like to use a screwdriver that's magnetized, but this particular one isn't. Okay, we're back in. Now, put the screws back up here in the top. Same thing on this side. Now we tighten the screws we loosen down here on the corners so that we can get the screen to tip out. And make sure you don't forget to do that. Before we put the trim ring on, we reinstalled the battery. And we'll turn the computer on. Aha! There, as you can see, the cat and goldfish damage that was all over in this area and spread around the entire screen is now gone and we're good as new. Now we can just snap the trim ring back on. You have to be a little careful handling the screens because they're real thin, and if you put too much pressure on them, you'll have the same problem you have when you drop the goldfish bowl on it, or when the cat drops the goldfish bowl on it. I guess that's a lesson, is never put your goldfish bowl above your computer. Sometimes these little things don't stick all that well after you've taken them off. I think a little bit of rubber cement would take care of that. That's a completed installation.